Right, we're gonna dive straight into our hip flexor stretch for today. Yes, it's the hip flexor, it's not the quad, so let's get that down first and clarify that. This is called the couch stretch. I'm not sitting on a couch, as you can see. You probably are, unless you're in the gym. You could be watching this and sitting on a bench at the same time. You can do it with the bench, you can do it with the couch, you can do it against a wall or something just below knee height, okay, relative to you. So if it's way above your knee, it's not gonna work, so try find something that is just below knee height, and you'll see why. I have a bit of padding on the floor because the ground is not soft underneath this Astro, it's actually pretty much rock solid, okay? And I'm gonna put most of my pressure and body weight through one knee at a time, so it needs to be soft. The same goes for you, make sure it's soft, make sure it's comfortable enough where you can withstand 2 minutes or up to 2 minutes of stretching in that position, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna start in you can start with like you're doing a rear foot elevated split squat or a Bulgarian, if you're familiar with those, is pretty much standing up nice and tall, throw the foot back, hook it on the edge, and then you can adjust as you get into that position and kind of move yourself forward to that comfort level. Now I'm keeping shoulder width in my feet here. I'm not kind of going right in front of that back foot. Keeping the width, keeping up nice and tall, shoulder blades back. And now, here is where we need to just lay down some things here. This is your quad, okay? We don't want the stretch to happen here. We want it right here in the front of the hip. We got to tuck up and roll up our pelvis on that one, okay? So we're extending through the hip. So from my knee, pretty much to my shoulder should be 180 degrees. It's just a straight line up, and that's where the angle is, okay? Right at the front of the hip, we're going to extend it. And we're pushing forward, keeping the distance between my heel and my glute. And right now, I should start feeling that stretch in my hip flexor, which I am. Just make sure when you're doing it, you're not feeling it in the quad. We're gonna feel it here in the hip flexor. So roll up the pelvis. And once you're comfortable enough with that, we can hold there. If we wanna step it up a little bit more, take your outside hand, which is gonna be the same as that kneeling leg, bring it overhead, and now lean forward a little bit more. You should feel it right in that hip flexor. You're gonna hold that up to 2 minutes if you can. The longer the better. Cap it off at 2 minutes and you should feel a little bit freer in the hips.